What's up, everybody? Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Gabb Bree, we're back. Another week.
Guys.
Another week of the NFL. This week was actually more exciting than I thought it was going to be, but I don't know if it was good football that was played.
Exciting for who?
CJ Stroud, one of them. We had a running back kicking almost game-winning field goals. Josh Dobbs. It was a little wild.
Yeah. Exciting for everybody else, essentially, is what we're getting at. Because it wasn't exciting for me, but that's fine. I think
it's just another week, Bree. It's just another week at this point. I'm sorry that this is happening to you. I'm sorry this is happening to the Patriots. I just don't know what else to say other than the fact that they are, I'm sorry that I'm saying this, the worst team in the AFC.
They're very bad. And I'm honestly not sorry that it's happening to them. I am sorry that it's happening to me.
Decisions could have been made.
Right, exactly. I've made the executive decision to emotionally check out. And what I mean by that is I'm still going to be watching, obviously. My dumb idiot self is going to wake up at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday to watch them play in Germany. I'm still going to do all of that. But I'm not going to let myself get angry anymore. I'm not going to fight with anybody on Twitter about whose fault it is for why things are the way that they are. Like, it's just not worth the time and energy anymore. Because they are what they are. They're not going to sneak into a playoff spot. And if they do, it's going to be one of the craziest miracles to ever happen in NFL history. But, it's not going to happen. And
hey, well, you're trending towards a great draft pick.
And that's cool. I can be happy about that. Now, is it going to be used properly?
We don't know.
Draft time? Who's to say? I would not shock me in the slightest if it gets turned into a second rounder, 3/4 and 2/6 or some.
And then we throw out Mac Jones again for another year to see what he can do.
Exactly. Yeah. So, whatever. Who knows? But, I mean, there's so much else going on in my life as a sports fan. Like the Boston Celtics, very good. The Bruins, very good. The holidays are rolling around.
The Red Sox have a Rookie of the Year candidate, so that's something good.
I mean, the Red Sox have a new chief baseball, whatever his title is. That's cool. A lot of cool things are happening to the point where, I don't need the New England Patriots to ruin my mental state for weeks on end. And that's fine. It's fine. When you're really good for a long time, you're obviously going to be bad for a bit after the fact. And this is happening. And I feel like not a lot of people know what to do. I truly don't even know what to do. So I'm trying this out.
You just got to put on a brave face, put your jersey on, crack open a beer, watch your team. Probably not going to be good. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to do it all over again the next week. So stand up.
Not let it piss me off. Try my best at least.
That's on fandom. Yeah.
But enough about me. Let's talk about everything going on in the wide world of sports. Where should we begin?
Top 5 things to know in sports this week. We have Kyler Murray maybe returning if all goes well. So if Kyler Murray comes back, that'll be crazy. He didn't play this week, and we clearly saw that was something of concern for the Arizona Cardinals.
There we go. My Wi-Fi just
I was going.
wrapped out.
No, I was just going. But no, it was pretty bad. I don't know if you heard what I said. What I said was Kyler's coming back. I said Kyler's coming back. And that's good for the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know if it's good for their draft stock. But Kyler's coming back. They have one win. They have one win.
How much is he gonna make them better is what I want to know.
Well, we sure can't make them any worse than what they were over the weekend against the Browns when they scored 0 points.
Yeah, well, maybe they shouldn't have traded away Josh Dobbs. But
I don't even think that would have helped them. Kyler Murray is better than what they have. Obviously, he's better than what they have.
Right.
And with the way things are going in the NFL right now, he might be a top 10 quarterback. Who's to say?
Oh, God.
I mean, everybody's playing really bad.
Yeah, that's true. And when you have these rookies running out there that, with all due respect to them, we don't know who they are. Some of us have never even heard of these guys.
You have rookies, you have veterans, you have career
Carson
backups.
Wentz just got signed to a team. Like,
you have everybody out there, and like it's bad. It's bad quarterback play across the board. So Kyler Murray coming back can't be much worse than anyone else has been so far this season.
Nope. I just wonder. Obviously, they think he's fine to the point where they're comfortable with toting him out there. I just wonder what we're gonna get from him, because an ACL tear on a highly mobile quarterback, a guy that relies on his legs a lot,
Limits you a little bit, yeah.
Like, what's the product gonna be now? I'm excited because I'm considering picking him up in fantasy football with Jalen Hurts on the bye. I need a quarterback. As of right now, I have Will Levis starting, and
who do they play?
Tampa.
Not horrible, but I mean,
not horrible. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm a little on the fence. Do I roll with the rookie? Do I roll with the guy coming back from ACL surgery who hasn't played football in a year, but is still good?
I think
good enough.
I'm not the fantasy football person to talk, but I would go Will Levis.
That's what I'm thinking too. But like, I'm gonna go back and forth with myself
and then watch
the next 5 days.
Phenomenal game, but
yeah, of course. Yeah. Why wouldn't he? Because that's just, my luck and stuff. But I honestly thought for a hot second that he was going to be the one to get traded.
I mean, now they're in a predicament. What are they going to do? Are you going to get a quarterback? Are you going to keep him? What's the move?
What do you do? And I mean, that division they were never going to win it anyway. Whether he was healthy or not. So it's not like he comes back and you automatically put them in the category of, they have a fighter's chance. Like, no.
We're halfway through the season and they have one win against the Dallas Cowboys. Not. But like, yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see just how they play it, because right now they have the 2 pick, something like that. Like, it's in the top 3, I want to say. So I don't know. I don't know what their end game here is, I guess. Are we going full tank mode, or are we going to kind of see what he's got and what he can do?
You can't tank, but you got to tank.
You can do it without like making it obvious that you're doing it.
Yeah. But
play football like the Patriots. Just put out the stupidest products on the field, and everybody will believe that you're just really, really, really bad and really dumb, and you won't get accused of intentionally tanking. I don't think they're intentionally tanking either, but like, it's a good model to follow if you want to kind of conceal it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but I don't know. Kyler Murray, he's back. Next we have for you guys, James Harden, also back, but with the Clippers. Made his debut against the New York Knicks. Clippers lost. He didn't have a bad game by any means at all. But it's going to take some time for them to get used to playing with one another. I think they're going to be good as long as they allow themselves to be good.
The Knicks are so interesting to me. I know this isn't about them, but I feel like whenever they're in the conversation of playing teams that have potential to be playoff teams, contenders and stuff, they always play
They play well, and then they'll lose random games to these random teams. And who do they play? The Spurs tonight, right? Could probably lose to Wemby. Like 38 points again. I don't know. And then they'll play the Bucks and it'll be a close game.
Yep. I mean, they play the Celtics hard every single time, and usually beat them. But back to James Harden. I just, like we talked about it last week, I just don't know what this does for the Clippers. I don't know if it doesn't
make them worse.
No, definitely. But
I don't know if it makes them better. I don't know.
I feel like
he just has to buy into it. They all have to buy into it. They all have to be on at the same time. And that's a lot to ask from Paul George, Kawhi, and Westbrook to all be together at the same time. No injuries, all getting along, a lot of personalities. It's just a lot for them to do.
It's a lot. And this comment is perfect. Westbrook, Harden, PG, and Kawhi would be a god lineup 5 years ago. Like we said that last week. Is this 2017? Because this team would be a NBA Finals favorite if
I can't remember who tweeted. I think it might have been Sauce Gardner, maybe, Some NFL player tweeted, "Wow, I can't believe they got Harden. How did they do that?" And all the replies are like, "Bro, you don't watch ball." They're like, "Yeah, it would have been good 5 years ago." That's what all the replies were. But
oh no,
it was funny.
I mean, it's true, but I think with this whole in-season tournament thing, we had to like make our picks and whatever. I don't necessarily think that they're a true dark horse because I do
They
think
should be good,
competitive, and yeah, should be very good. But like, it's gonna take a bit for it to gel.
Yeah,
I think for it to like show what it could potentially, like what the ceiling could potentially be for them. So I put them as my dark horse to win the tournament.
That's your dark horse for the
give them a couple games. It's gonna start slow, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, this
I
isn't
like
gonna
that."
work.
And then if you got it before all that happened, that's great. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
Should we just talk about? Can we talk about that real quick? The in-season tournament. I know this is not on our list of things to talk about, but I just want to talk about the courts that these teams were playing on. I had to watch a game in Indianapolis with the bright blue court with the yellow highlighter strip down the middle, and my eyes were legit hurting watching it. And I'm not even trying to be dramatic. I want
to know what the like sales pitch behind that was.
Whoever
came up with it, like what they said to get them to sign off on it and have that be the thing. Like new courts, crazy colors. They look like bowling alleys.
I mean, we were talking about them, so I guess that works.
That's true.
But like, were we watching them? I really didn't want to.
I watched it was the Knicks Bucks game the other night, and the Bucks court, like if you put
that was fine.
Them,
that was a good one.
Put all of them in line, like it's really not that bad. It's certainly not the Pacers, and it's not New Orleans. Like there are some bad ones. The Lakers one is just bright yellow, so like could be worse.
Just red.
Yeah. Oh, the Miami Heat, it's like that red and like gray.
Yeah, like they're a little excessive, but I don't know. The Cavs is pretty neutral.
The Cavs, honestly, the Cavs is the best one out of all of them because it looks like a
normal court that you would have had for your City Edition uniforms, which their City Edition uniform court is basically the exact same without the stripe down the middle. So
the Celtics one isn't bad, but like I don't know why over the last couple of years we've kind of gotten away from the true like green of the Boston Celtics.
And it's been like that forest.
Yeah, dipped into that forest green and like adding some cream into it and like low-key Milwaukee Bucks like type colorways. So I don't know why that.
Don't they have like a fake like wood stripe on the side of them or something?
So somebody tweeted out a couple days ago the like thought process behind the jerseys and stuff like that.
Right. I wish more teams did that.
I love it. I love when they do that because if they actually are meaningful, great. Maybe I wasn't crazy about them at first, but then if you tell me why this looks the way that it does and why you guys chose to do that, I'll understand it some more. So it's all about like the history of and how, basketball was created in Massachusetts. And so the font of Boston is in like the YMCA font. The paneling on the side is like the peach basket that they used in the original game of basketball and stuff like that. So it's all bringing back like the history of the game. And that's great. I love that. But then you look at like the Miami Heat ones, it's like, oh, Heat culture.
It's just like so random. So random. I like the Cavs. The Cavs has to do with our like Playhouse Square district. It's our theater district. I thought it was pretty cool. The photo shoot was fun. It's something different, inclusive to the city, something that people enjoy. I want more teams to do things like that. Yeah. And not just random stuff.
Just throw it against the wall and see what sticks. And that's what we're going to roll with. I don't know. We're going to talk about the Heat court too.
Yeah.
At a later time. We'll get there, but we're certainly going to talk about it. What else? I can't pull up our
Britney Mahomes is having one of the best character arcs I've ever seen. I don't think anyone is winning more than she is. And I don't think she gives one F what anybody else has to say because she's doing things that other people will never get to do in their lives. Ever.
I can't believe it.
She's winning. Believe it. No, she's 100% winning.
I think I've come around.
She's not doing anything wrong.
She's not.
She's just hanging out with the girls, going out. I mean, if Taylor Swift invited you to go to dinner and cocktails with Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid, I don't even know who else was there. Sophie Turner. I'm going. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm there immediately.
I'm going.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'm instantly there. And she's including all the other wives and inviting them to do things. I think it's really cool and fun. And just to see Taylor Swift being inclusive like that with random people, love it.
I just can't believe, like, me personally, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, maybe she's not that bad. Maybe all she needed was somebody to, like, take the spotlight off of her, and then she could just exist. She can still be Patrick Mahomes' wife, like a very influential wife in the NFL, and plus all of her fitness things and her ownership in the National Women's Soccer League team that they have and stuff like that. Like, she can do that without having all of the eyes and the attention and stuff being on her to the point where she might do something that rubs people the wrong way. And now that Taylor Swift is there, it's the perfect distraction for her to be like, okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. I'm going to make myself
probably going to build like some kind of business from like just doing these things easily. She's like a big fitness girly. Like if she puts out this would be perfect. Britney, if you're listening, like I have the recipe for you. If you put out a postpartum like fitness plan, because she's got the kids. That'd be great. And she's already even before she looks
kids,
great.
She was a big lifter and she was just, her physique was great. Now, Patrick Mahomes' wife put out a how to get your dream body back after you have a kid type thing. Skyrocket. The money will print itself. So there you go. And if Taylor Swift like maybe promotes it once, that's all she's gonna need.
Just be seen around the idea. Yeah.
Go ahead. Take my idea, please.
And make some money. I mean, you guys already have a lot of money.
She already has. Maybe I'll get like royalties from it. Like, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. She's just winning. She's winning in all ways.
She's doing great.
She's winning.
She's doing great.
I am jealous of her. You know who else is getting a lot of money? Craig Counsell, the biggest Judas of the year. Man. He is. He really is. $40 million to manage an MLB team. The Chicago Cubs at that.
They made it so dramatic.
Oh, so dramatic. There are so many tweets. Craig Counsell is limiting his teams down to 3. Oh, that's not the Brewers, but it might be the Mets or it might be this team. And then it turns out to be the Chicago Cubs. We had like 5 different narratives running from every baseball reporter, and it was so dramatic. All for him to just be a Judas and go from the Milwaukee Brewers to the Chicago Cubs in the same division, making more money. His players were tweeting about him. It's bad. It's pretty bad. The Cubs, like, I don't know, like, I guess, like, they came out of nowhere.
The whole David Ross project, like, didn't work out, but didn't their owner just say a couple days ago, like, Rossi was fine? Like, Rossi's our guy. We're rolling with him.
Yeah, I think they did him dirty. I don't know. I don't know behind the scenes. I'm just assuming that they did him dirty because they couldn't contact Craig Counsell until November 1st. They would have had to ask the Brewers to do so. So within the last couple of days, it's all conspired, and here he is, Chicago Cubs. That's gonna be so weird having to play your ex team multiple times in a season.
I just like of all the teams that could use a new manager,
you went to the Cubs.
You went to the Cubs.
I don't know. I don't know. My team, Guardians, we have a new manager.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of a
yeah, people are just a little bit upset about it. I don't really know why they're upset about it. And I don't know. It's just another day in Cleveland, Ohio, talking about sports. Like you have people on the radio complaining about it. He's not going to be Terry Francona. We've both experienced Terry Francona. He's a one of a kind, one of one. That's like, you can't get that every single time. And people have to start somewhere. To say that he's not qualified, sure, you can think that, but a lot of people are saying he's never managed before. It's not going to work out. But at the same time, they're saying, oh, I want Gabe Kepler to be the manager when he was a player, never managed, and then became a manager and then got fired. So I don't.
Well, so that's what I don't get is like, what don't these people get? Like, you don't get to that level with experience, like, right away. Nobody comes into any job with experience.
And a lot of people, they were like,
That's
oh, he
the
should
whole-
have went through the minors. He should have coached in the minor league before this happened. But there's so many managers in the league right now that didn't have that same career path. Sorry, they don't. We get young. He's what?
Whatever. Like, it's just so dumb.
I think he's 38,
the
39.
Fact that we have to sit here and talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, how can you judge him? He hasn't
over
even.
If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But like,
yeah, I don't know. It's going to be something. We'll see. Hopefully it works out for the Guardians. Until then, I don't really know what is going to happen. Okay, Bree's froze it again, but we're going to move on to the next one, and let's talk about Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams lost to Washington. Not surprised by that, but I am surprised about the conversations that are being talked about him. People are saying that he's not going to go number 1 in the draft. People are saying that he's going to fall. He's going to slip. There was a video of him crying with his mom. And I don't really care about any of those. I still think that he is going to go number 1 in the draft. But that's just me. That's my opinion with him. Until then, those are 5 things you need to know about sports. Until Bree comes back, I guess I'm just going to talk about some NFL. I guess I'll just keep going. I'll keep ranting if you guys want me to. I'll talk about some NFL. I'll talk about some things that are happening in the league right now. We can start with the Monday Night Football game, Jets versus Chargers. Poor Zach Wilson. He got absolutely ripped to shreds.
I'm back.
Bree, I'm talking about Zach Wilson now. Don't worry, I held it down. Zach Wilson, though, ripped to shreds, but he did throw for 259 yards, but then also got sacked 8 times. Then you have Aaron Rodgers on the sideline throwing a football, saying that he's going to play against the Cleveland Browns, and that's, I don't know when that is, the end of December, Thursday Night Football. If he does that, I think it's going to be crazy and insane. But Bree, you hear me? You got it? I don't know. I think it just keeps freezing. Anyways, Aaron Rodgers, he's coming back to play against the Cleveland Browns. I don't understand that. But if he thinks he can go, I guess he's going to go. Justin Herbert. If Bree was here, we were going to do a Justin Herbert narrative to free him, free Justin Herbert. I would love to see Justin Herbert be traded. I would love to see Justin Herbert go to another team. I love the players on the Chargers, but I just don't know if that is going to work out for him and them and everybody else.
Am I back?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm just going. I was holding it down. I was talking about Aaron Rodgers. I was talking about Zach Wilson. Okay. I'm going on our narrative now that is free Justin Herbert, trade Justin Herbert to a team that will use him in the right way and let him be good and have a defense that's good. And
going back to the Aaron Rodgers thing, I know you already talked about it, but I can't I can't deal with his little Taylor Swift cryptic releases. And if he comes back to play, like I need a PED investigation stat.
But he doesn't believe in medicine, so I don't even know if that's gonna. He does believe in other things.
Cool stuff. Free Justin Herbert. Free my man. He's rotting away. And it's not totally like he's not absolved of the responsibility of why this season is going the way that it's going for the Chargers. But like, I thought Kellen Moore was going to be the guy that's going to unleash him and it's going to help him and it's going to be great. I mean, injuries, like they can't, nobody expect, if you know Mike Williams' history, maybe, but like nobody really anticipated Mike Williams to tear his ACL and be out for the season. Nobody anticipated them to have to rely on Josh Palmer and then he's out and it's just Keenan Allen plus a bunch of guys that nobody really knows and a rookie and stuff like that. But he's got to go somewhere else. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I know.
Seahawks.
I would love for him to be a Patriot.
Seahawks. Bree, they're not sending Justin Herbert to the Patriots.
No, probably not, but it would be
NFC or nothing. He's going to stay there or he's going to go into the other side. And if he goes there, I would like to see the Seahawks, maybe the 49ers. Don't think the 49ers could happen, but I would really like that one. I think the NFC is calling for Justin Herbert to be there sooner or later.
I don't know. I just don't know. It's not whatever it is. I know that it's not working here. It's not working here at all. And it's just everybody's saying breaking news. What's happening? The Dallas Cowboys are signing newly reinstated Martavis Bryant. What the heck? I saw that he was ready to make a comeback.
I saw the videos. I saw him working out. I saw that. I kind of like it.
Good for him. He was scary to play against.
Yeah.
Man, that Steelers team with Le'Veon, with him, with Antonio Brown, when Juju was just a little baby, scary. The Patriots always beat him and stuff, but it was scary. It was one of those games where you went into it and you're like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
How old is he now though? 30, 31? He's been away from the game for a little bit. What's he got left? Obviously enough for Jerry to pick up the phone.
31. He's 31 years old. There's so many wide receivers older than him. So yeah. Yeah.
Did LA County pay the Wi-Fi bill this month? Listen, it's every other month. Spectrum Internet is just the bane of my existence. So all our bills are paid. They just don't work. They don't work. That's interesting though. I don't know.
If we want to talk about the Cowboys after that, we can just go right into talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah, go.
I'm sorry. To our sweet Cowboys fan.
Jay Rich, buddy.
We're sorry. We're sorry about your Cowboys. They always we do this every time. Great game. Through 3 and 0.8 quarters. And that's just right at the end, that little bit. They just can't do it. They just forget how to play football. They forget where the clock's at. They forget how to not take a sack. They run out of bounds when they're trying to score a touchdown. And you can't get to the end zone. You this close. I can't even say how much closer. His knee was down right before the goal line. I don't know what to say. It's every single time. It's a close game.
And then the 2-point conversion, Dak.
Running out of bounds. What?
What are we doing? What are we doing? How do you not know where your feet are? How do you not? It's frustrating. As somebody who truly does not care what the Dallas Cowboys do. It's like the Yankees when they're good. Football's better when the Cowboys are good. That's just it.
And they're always so good until they're not.
They just find a way. Every time they find a way. It's just comical. Right after Dak tried to launch himself into the end zone from 5 yards out, it was
I know that one hurt.
Downhill from there.
They had 2 chances to win that game.
Oh my God, they got the calls. They got the calls they needed on that final drive to make it easier for them. And what did they do? They shot themselves in the foot 2 consecutive plays after to push them back it didn't even matter. Didn't even matter. And then it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because how many games have we watched where it comes down to the last couple of seconds for the Cowboys and they just
Dak's just running around. The ball's not going anywhere. You have Zeke under center. I don't know. Anything that could happen happens to them.
Poor Zeke. He's never going to live that one down. I know it wasn't his choice.
Not his doing, but he was there.
Man.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's my thing with it. Everyone is hyping them up, which sure, it was a great game in saying the Cowboys are this great team, but great teams don't make those mistakes at the end of the game.
No.
Great teams win. Great teams find a way to get it done. Great teams don't step out of bounds. So I don't know.
I can't believe that. He
It's
was
just something every time.
You step on the 1 yard line. You're running into the end zone and you step on the 1 yard line.
Mhm.
That's it. I don't know, but they're still
They're still
alive.
a good team.
Still alive.
It's not a great team.
Poor Brandon Cooks. I mean, if you want to talk about freeing anybody, free Brandon Cooks. He had 0 targets going into halfway through the 4th quarter. It was crazy. After I watched them play that game here against the Rams, and was it against the Rams? No, against the Chargers. Against the Chargers. And they use Brandon Cooks the way Brandon Cooks should be used. They're running jet sweeps with him. They're giving him the ball in short, like, passing situations and just letting him run, which is what you have to do because the guy is so fast and he's so elusive. Sometimes he makes dumb mistakes and concusses himself in Super Bowls, but that's fine because we move on. But nothing going into halfway through the 4th quarter. And then 2 receptions for like a total of 7 yards, maybe. Like I feel like they really didn't even need to make this addition of Bryant. Like, I understand why, because if the talent is still there, you want that on your team for a team that is going to potentially most likely be a playoff team. I get it. But like, you already have the pieces. You just aren't using them correctly.
This goes perfect with that graphic. They don't use their pieces correctly. And once they let them go, succeed everywhere else.
Boy, oh boy. If I was a Cowboys fan and I saw this, I would scream. Everybody in the top 5 of most receptions or most receiving yards this week, for, what was it, week 9? What week did we just end? For week 9 is CeeDee Lamb. Everybody below him, former
Amari
Cowboys.
Cooper's on there. I can't remember who else is on there. Amari Cooper was on there.
Amari Cooper, Noah Brown.
Else, all on winning teams except for the Cowboys. CeeDee had a great game, though.
Brutal. Yeah. Just brutal. Like, I understand that feeling, though, because right after Juju let that ball slip right through his fingers to end the game, Jacoby Myers scores a touchdown to start the Vegas game. So, like, I get that feeling just a little bit. But whatever. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Also, Carson Wentz to the Rams. Can we talk about that for a second in terms of signing players that you haven't heard of for a couple years?
Yeah, Carson Wentz to the Rams. I mean, it's not anything. It's Carson Wentz. It's nothing crazy. It's not a monumental signing, but they had to sign somebody.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Who else was there, though?
I don't know. Colt McCoy's out there. He's good.
Come on.
Serviceable.
Is he, though?
I mean,
no.
He did all right He did all right. I'm such a Carson Wentz hater. It's like sickening.
I mean, he's not good. Carson Wentz
he's not good.
He had the one year where he was really good, and now he's not good, and he's bouncing around, and he'll make a fine backup for the years that they need him to be a backup quarterback.
I just want to know what this means for Stafford, because Schefter's tweet said that after the bye, Stafford should be fine. But I feel like if that's the case, like, why are you going to go and attempt to bolster your backup quarterback position?
Well, because their backup was awful.
I mean, yeah, but like, a lot of the backups that we watched this week are awful.
Awful, but I mean, like, bad. So why not try something different, I guess?
I mean, yeah, I get it. Carson Wentz, man.
We're having a quarterback issue right now.
The quarterback play in the National Football League has never been worse. Never been worse. And I say that after we watched a rookie throw over almost 500 yards. I get that. It has not been good. From the start of the season all the way up to now, it's been bad.
The guys you thought that were going to be extraordinary, pretty mid. The guys you thought were going to be mid, pretty terrible.
Pretty average.
So
pretty bad.
I don't know. It's a quarterback problem throughout the league. You have Patrick Mahomes really good. You have Lamar good. Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts. Josh Allen is fine, but he's not like great.
I saw
Trevor Lawrence, that's about it. That's literally about it.
We need to talk about Josh Allen for a sec.
Yeah, we do.
I saw a tweet from a Bills fan, and it said it was that video meme that's going around of Vince McMahon crying and whatever.
Oh, no. Was it when Josh Allen was playing the Chiefs in the playoffs?
No, it said, what was Josh Allen like before Ken Dorsey was the offensive coordinator? I would just like to point out Ken Dorsey was their offensive coordinator last year. Josh Allen was very good last year.
Was he very good?
A hell of a lot better than he is right now. But no, last year he was like a legitimate MVP in the MVP conversation for a good chunk of the season. So like I don't want to hear the blame being put on just Dorsey, because there is a lot of blame to go around. First, let's start with the guy that doesn't understand that he can't be running the football as much as he does.
How else are they going to get a first down at this point? You pass it to the tight end, they fumble.
That's another thing.
You pass it to someone else, they drop it.
They focus so much on being a pass-heavy offense that even when they tried to make the running back position better with letting Cook be the number one guy, going out to get Damian Harris. I know Damian Harris is very concussed right now, and like I get that aspect of it. But even going into the season with those two as your running backs, not a recipe for success.
You got a chance to get a lot of other people, but you didn't.
Right. And you're relying even more on the passing game than you would have if you went out and got, I don't know, Miles Sanders, somebody like that. And now what? Now you are the, pass-heavy offense that we all know you to be, but it's unsuccessful now. It's not working anymore. So what's going on? What's going on? Because
we say that, and they have the biggest point differential in the NFL besides the Ravens. They can score, it just depends on the day they want to score.
I mean, it just depends on the day.
Depends on the freaking day.
I don't know. But I mean,
and at least you have a decrepit defense that can't even stay on the field for more than one game.
No, they're banged up big time. I get that part, but the decrepit defense does not explain why the offense is just not doing it. But speaking of not doing it,
I have one thing I want to say about that game.
Go ahead.
And it's a combo that it's just like very random, and it's not about the conspiracy theorists, and it's not about anything else more than the fact that it's about DeMar Hamlin, by the way, guys, if you didn't get where I was going. I don't understand the people that are saying if this incident, which is very crazy for people to say, didn't happen, look, DeMar wouldn't be in the NFL right now, which I think is insane.
What?
I think that one is, it's just people being rude, people being mean. But a lot of people say if this situation didn't happen, he wouldn't be in the league. And I think, one, very insensitive and very awful to say. Two, did you not see last year when he played every single game of the season? He played 16 games if you want to count the one against the Bengals. He was in 16 games, started almost all of them. And he was having a fairly decent season. So I don't know why people are saying that. It's just really annoying. And I'm sick and tired of seeing that.
People are just ridiculous. I mean, it's
out of all the things to complain about too, that's the one that you're like choosing to do. Like, I don't get it.
But you're going to be mean to a guy that almost died doing his job.
For what? To say that he wouldn't be in the league? He's probably not going to be in the league now because of it. Probably doesn't want to play.
What the hell? People suck. Anyway. Miami Dolphins. It's time. We're having a conversation.
Should we just have like an AFC East convo in general?
We can do that. We can certainly do that. And we're going to start at the top.
With
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are currently first in the AFC East, right? By like half a game, something like that. Boy, oh boy. When it comes to playing teams that are very good.
Can't hang.
Can't do it. And they made it interesting in the game against the Chiefs. It was Raheem Mostert actually that made it interesting. Everybody else was kind of just there. So I've got some questions. because we want to talk about, is Tua the MVP? Is Tyreek MVP? Like,
You got to win the big games.
Can they be MVPs when they only beat up on the Patriots and when they only beat up on teams that are sub 500 and looking at a top 5 draft pick? Like, that's not MVP to me. That's like a vulture picking the scraps off of a dead zebra in the freaking jungle or something like that. Like, that's not MVP. If we want to talk MVP, we can talk about Christian McCaffrey. We can, I don't know, I guess Patrick Mahomes. I don't necessarily think he should be the favorite right now, but he is.
Right, but he's the best quarterback in the NFL. I mean, Lamar Jackson, we should probably talk about him a lot more. Other people that are doing things that are more impressive than what the Dolphins are doing. Sure, you had that 70-point game against the Broncos.
Oh my God, it was against the Broncos. Get over it.
But like, what happened since that? I don't know, and I don't recall anything crazy happening. Did you see Tyreek Hill's comments
before the game?
Before the game and after the game.
I saw the ones before the game about if I score, I'm going to go over there and say you should have never let me go or something like that. Okay.
Well, what happened when they did? You know what happened immediately after when they did? I can recall the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl and winning.
Yep.
And you got $25 million a year, I think, right?
You got a lot of freaking money.
Yeah, you got a lot of money. Like, I think that's 2 wins. I think that's like, 2 wins right there.
I just think he's so corny. Like, everything that comes out of his mouth.
Well, after the game, he said that the Chiefs and the Dolphins have one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL. To who? To you? Like, that's the only you're the only person in the rivalry. Yeah, he said that this is going to be one of the biggest rivalries. And we're like, everyone's like, is it though? Because I don't think anyone believes that besides yourself.
It's going to be
one-sided with one person.
It's going to be the Celtics-Sixers rivalry. Like, the Chiefs are always going to beat their ass.
It's just,
it's not a rivalry if you can't hang with them. You can't. The Dolphins can't do it. They are... Whatever, that offense looks very good when it's against mediocre to below average teams. And then the Chiefs defense, I will say, I am surprised by them. They're playing much better than I thought they would have been this season. So credit there to them. But like, you had the fumble that got picked up, pitched back for a touchdown. You're going to tell me that you can hang with that? That just like smart football.
And he's been on that side of the football field, and you know how those guys play, and you know what they do, and you think that your team is going to be able to do that.
He just talks. He just talks for the sake of hearing himself talk sometimes, I feel like. But that's the Dolphins in the AFC East picture. We talked about the Bills. What their problem is, we don't know.
Don't know.
Will it get figured out? We also don't know that either. They brought in Leonard Fournette in
don't know if that's gonna do
feel like a last-ditch effort to like save the run game. But I mean, Lenny wasn't on a team for this much of the season. What more is that gonna do?
Also, I didn't know he was only 28 years old.
Right? Crazy.
Yeah.
Feels so much older. But athlete age is so skewed to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these guys could
Judge
be younger than me. And
Aaron Judge, this is one that does it to me. Aaron Judge is older than Jose Ramirez. And I'll never
I don't believe you.
It doesn't go. It doesn't go. But like, he is. So
Jose looks like he's 45.
Come on. No, Aaron Judge is older than Jose Ramirez, and that's the craziest thing to me.
That's nuts. Aaron Judge was
athlete age,
like 6 years ago. It's crazy.
Nuts. But,
and then the New York Jets. Boy, that
don't know.
Talk about a team that relies heavy on their defense and even still can't do it. I mean, I'm not one to talk. The New England Patriots do the same exact thing. That offensive line is bad.
Yeah, something I also wasn't understanding is before the game, they do the picks. Everyone does picks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why'd we go a full Jets across the board?
Shut up.
Not even more than there's one Chargers. One. Really?
I mean,
that's crazy to me.
The Chargers defense lets up a lot of points, and maybe they thought because the Jets defense is so good and the Chargers offense has struggled
they
against
didn't even stand a chance.
Defenses. Nothing.
No.
Nothing. It was bad. Joey Bosa got through to sack Zach Wilson, and he's literally, there's an offensive lineman in between. He bull rushed so well and so hard that the offensive lineman couldn't handle it, and he still got the sack. Like, and that happened more than once. Joey Bosa sacked Zach Wilson through somebody. I think I counted 3 times. Aside from the other, 6 sacks that he had. He got sacked, like 8 or 9 times last night. If you had the Chargers defense in fantasy football, you were a happy camper.
Crazy that all aspects of the Chargers team, except the quarterback, was working yesterday.
They make no sense. As a football team, they just make no sense. They are so talented on both sides of the ball. They should be so much better than they are. And they make no sense. And then there's the New England Patriots at the bottom. And I mean,
it's self-explanatory as it is. So the AFC East in general, not looking good. We thought we were going to get a really competitive time. Well, Aaron Rodgers being out, it just takes away a lot of it. So right now, the only team in the AFC East in the playoffs would be the Miami Dolphins.
We really thought that this was going to be the best division in football. I thought that my team was going to be competitive. That's the funniest part about it all.
I thought it was going to be a little okay. I thought it was going to be more competitive.
You didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Yeah, no. I thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive than this, and I thought the AFC East in general would be fun and exciting and good football, but it's really not. And the Dolphins could be the only team. I don't know. The Bills still have a chance to win it. I mean, why would we count them out right now? Both teams have been.
All 4 AFC East teams lost this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Down so bad.
Mm-hmm. If you had to say right now, Dolphins or Bills? The Bills' schedule is really, really, really rough.
It's real bad.
It's actually insane. They have the Eagles. They have the Chiefs. Who else do they have? They have a bunch of they have the Cowboys.
Are they expecting to get anybody back anytime soon defensively?
No, I think every single injury has been almost season ending. So they're probably not going to get anyone back.
I'll reluctantly say the Dolphins because I think
I might go Dolphins too.
I can't envision them going an entire season of their only wins are against bad teams. That sounds impossible to me because, like the Chargers, they're a very talented team on both sides of the ball. Should be better than they are. But
the Bills, it's going to be tough. There's some gimme games here, but still, they go Broncos, Jets, Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Chargers, Patriots, Dolphins.
Boy.
And I see a lot of wins, but I also see a lot of games that I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, that Pats game is in Buffalo, so that's a win.
I don't know. I went to one that they lost, so.
Yeah, but that was only because of a wild, astronomically windy day. Where they only threw the ball 3 times.
The Dolphins, a little bit easier. Raiders, Jets, Commanders, Titans, Jets, Cowboys, Ravens, Bills. I mean, the last 2.
Yeah.
Going to be a little difficult, but still.
Yeah, but yeah, I like there. I mean, there's a lot of bad teams in there. So even if they continue to just beat up on the bad teams, that's 5 wins. Yeah. 5 more wins in there.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's going to be the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Just to get blown out in the playoffs? Maybe they'll get it together by then. I don't know.
Oh, well.
But what I do know is we have 4 AFC North teams that are in playoff picture right now. I don't think 4
Who makes it in? Who makes it in?
Ravens,
I think
Bengals.
Yeah, I think only 2 make it in.
I think the Ravens, Bengals make it in. They have a lot of games against one another coming up. The last week of the season, it's Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals, and I hope it comes down to some of those games.
Chaos.
For some implications, because that would be really awesome to see.
Just utter chaos. I love that. I love when that happens. I think the Browns have a winning record right now.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. I've never seen anything like this in my life, so I don't even know what to say. There's a lot of things that I like, but there's a lot of things that we hate about that team. So
well,
yeah. But the defense has been great.
Very
Myles
good.
Garrett could possibly be Defensive Player of the Year finally. I don't know. He's talking a little this week, so I don't know how it's going to go for him. That was crazy. If you guys didn't see on Up and Adams, Kay Adams asked Myles Garrett, which quarterback do you think is better? Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow. And in that situation, you know, the best answer would be to say they're both really good. I respect them both. I don't know. I think that would be the best thing. But he went on to say that he is going to sack Lamar Jackson this week and that Joe Burrow is better. I just don't think that was the right thing to say right there when you play the Ravens this week. After you lost to them, like, I think it was, when I say the score, I really think it was 28-3. I think it was. So,
how many quote tweets does that have now? It was at like 100 something when we looked this morning.
Yeah, it has like 150, probably up to 170 now. A lot of Ravens fans are quoting it. You know, Lamar's probably going to see it. Not like that's going to determine the game. Not like Myles Garrett is going to determine the outcome of the game because he's going to be the reason why the Browns win if they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think that was the right thing to say right there.
Oh boy,
especially against a quarterback that you have actually struggled against, compared to the quarterback that fears you and you guys beat often. So I don't understand that, but whatever.
Oh Lord.
So that'll get spicy. Oh, George Pickens also.
Oh my God!
AFC North
bench.
Topic.
He's on my bench. I'm not starting.
Well, he
him
might
again.
be on your bench, and he might be on the Steelers bench right now.
Good.
Because he's acting out a little bit. He unfollowed Deontay Johnson on Instagram, followed him back, deleted all of his Steelers photos. You know how people are going to see that stuff after a game like that.
Yeah. So dramatic.
He was mad. Like, just let Deontay Johnson have one touchdown. He hasn't scored since Big Ben was the quarterback.
But also, you couldn't get your feet down. You had a touchdown, and you couldn't get your feet down. Whose fault is that?
Everybody else, I guess.
Everybody
else. He had a great catch on the sideline, though.
No fantasy points for me.
He had negative points.
He had 1.9 for me. Negative yards, 1.9 points. Real good. Real good. I still got the win. Shout out to Taysom Hill.
Hey, he did it.
I picked him up because Sam Laporta had his bye. So I picked him up, put him in the tight end position. He caught a touchdown. He threw a touchdown. Did everything.
You couldn't have went wrong with any of the people that you picked in that list because they all scored.
Yeah, they all did.
David Njoku's on a 4-game scoring streak, so.
Well, the kid that I was playing against picked up Njoku, so I couldn't get him, and then dropped him after I picked up Taysom Hill, like right before the game started. So pretty smart play, like gamesmanship and stuff. But like even if I went Komet, he had 2 touchdowns. Taysom Hill threw for a touchdown, caught a touchdown, got 20 points out of him. Like it was
over
good
for him. Yeah.
To the point where I think I'm going to keep Taysom Hill in this week and start him at flex.
I mean, could be fun.
I don't know. Just for S's and G's, as I say. Do you want to talk a little NBA before we play our game and wrap this up?
Yep.
The Miami Heat.
Ooh.
The Miami Heat are really leaning into this whole Heat culture thing more than they ever have. To the point where they put it in the paint on their basketball court, and it's lame. It's lame. It's one of the lamest things I've ever seen.
You have the words?
In my entire life. I don't have the words, but it's, if you've seen that episode of The Office where like Dwight Schrute leaves Dunder Mifflin and goes off and interviews for other jobs, and he is asked to describe himself, and he says hardworking, jackhammer, insatiable, stuff like that. That's essentially what it is.
I have it. If we
go ahead, read it off, because it's. I need them to understand how lame this is.
Hardest working, best conditioned, most professional, unselfish, toughest, meanest, nastiest team in the NBA. Now, my question is, what do you mean by that last part? What do they mean by that one?
The whole thing.
Miami Heat. What do you mean? Yeah, it's corny. They're always corny. I hate when they have those shirts in the playoffs that say white hot. Like, what does that mean?
And they look like something that they just made on like Microsoft Word and got screen printed. Like, they're not good. Also, I saw somebody in the replies to that tweet. I don't know if this is true, so if somebody can confirm this, that would be fantastic. But somebody said that quote is from like Pat Riley describing the Miami Heat when he was head coach of the New York Knicks. So if that's true, if anybody can confirm that's true, I feel like that's even more lame. Because
lame across the board, man.
What?
You didn't get Dame. You lost in the finals.
You got Jimmy out here looking like he's a part of Fallout Boy. Like,
it's just heat culture.
Heat culture,
That's
baby.
heat culture.
That's it. Just, they're so lame. I can't stand them.
And I like a lot of the players that they have.
I love Jimmy Butler. I love Jimmy Butler.
Awesome. But like, why are we doing this?
Jimmy Butler plays for the Heat. Like, it's just, it sucks. Pretty lame. Speaking of lame, pretty lame for him to sit out for rest. I believe it was their third
on the second game.
Season.
Yeah, what?
I think it was the third against the Timberwolves, who, if you remember,
kind of good. They're kind of
very good. Yeah, they beat the Celtics last night, and it was really frustrating to watch. But Jimmy Butler's Timberwolves era ended very unceremoniously, and like it just was not good. And to the point where the fans were chanting, like, "Where's Jimmy? Why isn't Jimmy playing?" This whole like rest thing, the season just started. Why are we giving guys rest 2 games into the season, 3 games into the season?
Funny. Pretty funny.
I just don't get it.
You know what else happened 1 game into the season? The Chicago Bulls had a team-only meeting after 1 game. It literally took 1 game. The coach walked in. They wouldn't shut up. He said, "Have at it," and left.
Not
First
good.
game. They're not good. The Bulls are not good.
That is not good. Okay, so where does Zach LaVine go? Because he's out. Where does he go? Who could use Zach LaVine? Because if this is going to continue in Chicago, not good. The Timberwolves Brazil account. Have you seen?
Oh, I've seen it.
Fan account.
Oh, yeah, I have. And the team will quote it and stuff. Each time it gets like weirder. Every video is scary. It's like back rooms, nightmares.
It's like
disgusting,
weird, like acts going on. But no, a Celtics player actually tweeted it last night and was like, "They can't keep getting away with this. This is bad." Do we have any other NBA things to talk about before we hop into our Immaculate Grid and then wrap it up?
Nope, that's all I got for NBA.
No. All right. We are going to do, since we didn't have a guest today, we're going to play a game. And now that my internet has decided to work, knock on wood, continually, we're going to play an Immaculate Grid. So these are our things for the day. These are our teams or categories, whatever. It seems pretty easy. I feel like this one is doable.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. So for this one, let's go. Let's go. Brandon. Did Brandon Marshall play for the Bills? Yeah, right.
I mean, if you want to go there, sure. I'm not going to confirm. I don't know. So I was going to go something else, but then I could save this one for a lower one.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't. Okay, Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Put Ryan Fitzpatrick there.
That's just so easy.
Next one, put Tyrod Taylor for Bills Chargers.
Yep.
But this might be the end of my list.
Bills and Bucks. Leonard Fournette.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll go though.
Is that going to count? He just got signed.
I don't know if it's going to go because he hasn't played. One of them's weird.
Okay, maybe let's scrap that for a second.
Because some of them don't count.
OJ Howard, right?
I don't know. Sure.
I don't
know any of these.
Let's do OJ Howard. No. Oh my God. Oh, he was on their practice squad, I think.
Okay, well, let's go.
He did get signed by them, though.
I don't have any. If you guys want to write in some answers for us.
Yeah, what the heck? Help you guys.
I would love. Okay, let's do Bucks, Lions, Ndamukong Suh.
Yep.
That one will go. That one will be good. I don't know how to spell it.
SUH, Caroline.
Okay, at least we have that one.
Go to Hall of Fame for the Bucks. Tom Brady. Well, no, he's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
John Lynch. Yeah, the first one.
Nice. Cool. Wonderful.
Hall of Fame for the Chargers. Is Antonio Gates in the Hall of Fame?
No. I don't think he is.
What about LaDainian Tomlinson? I feel like he has to be, right? I don't want to be wrong again, though. Let's do LT, though.
Okay. Jets, Ed Reed.
That's so sick. All right, Lions. One guess left because I kind of screwed us, but
I don't have a single other one.
Lions and Jets, and then Chargers and Lions. Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. We didn't do awful. That was hard.
Honestly, that's pretty good. I swear to God, OJ Howard was on the freaking Bills. Maybe he got signed and like didn't get elevated from the practice squad or something like that. But I feel like that was a thing.
Yeah. See, one of them, like, I think it might be crossover grid that lets you just put anybody that is like,
yeah, even remotely associated.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna go back and look now because I need to know those last two, what we got going on here. What else we got? Is that it for the week? Are we done?
I don't have any other topics. We covered NFL. We covered NBA, MLB. We did it all. A lot of things happened. And yeah, that's really all I got.
That's it. Again, fantasy for the week. We'll get that posted out probably Friday or Saturday. I think that's all the housekeeping. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday.